Hello everybody and welcome to Brain Leaks Wild Art. I'm your host and your photographer, and this video I'm going to be talking about how to properly level your tripod like a professional. Now, you probably just got your camera gear, like let's say your camera, you got your filters, you got a bunch of accessories, and then you recently just bought a tripod, but you don't know how to properly set it up. Like, yes, you can put it out, extend the legs, and you take a few shots and you find out the shots are wonky and they're not as straight as they possibly can. So you do the filter, you do the adjustments, you do everything you can, but the shots are still not looking straight. With this video, if you stay and watch, I'm going to be showing you how to properly level your tripod. So if we look closely, and I also put in the description where I got this tripod, everything. So we're gonna open this tripod up. I am doing this one-handed, so sorry if everything looks super close. So we got our tripod out, and you could see that it's fairly small, but it's only small because I didn't extend the legs. Now, right now, you may be thinking that it looks perfectly leveled and everything. So if we put the camera right on top of it, everything looks perfectly leveled. Now, let's say you have to go out, you're taking a picture and you're trying to take your you're putting your tripod together and your plane field is not perfectly steady. So right now, if you look, this whole plane field is not flat. There's a little bit of a divot right over here. So if I wanted to put this tripod, up, let's see, we're doing that right now. Just changing the adjustments. Everything looks good. Right here, if we look at it, everything looks perfectly straight. Now, some tripods, there's one little tool that every tripod has. Some of it has it, some of it doesn't, but I'm going to show you that what little secret is, because some people don't know about this little secret and some do, but professional photographers like to follow this one piece of equipment on the tripod, which would help them create better and more professional pictures, and it won't have your pictures be wonky. So I'm not going to have my tripod leveled yet because I want to show you what this little tool is. So if you look closely, let me get that little green orb, everything. I'm going to try and zoom in for you. This little green orb is the one tool that everybody should be looking at whenever they have a tripod. Even if it's for photography or videography, this little circle is what you want to look at, because this is your leveler. So I'm going to put this on manual focus. Your leveler is right there. And what this does is it helps you know that your tripod is equal. So you can see right there that my ball is outside the black line. So there's 3 levels. So level 1, which is this outside line, is the entire circle. The middle line right here is your indicator of the center of the circle. So this is basically like your little circle of, think of it as the equator. You want to be able to make sure that your ball right here, the one that my finger is right in front of, is inside or on top of that little black sphere. So the way we do this is, you want to, let me zoom out for you guys, you want to make sure that your tripod is leveled. So how do we adjust that ball into the full-on circle? So what we do is, let me zoom out for you. You would want to first look, we're going to look back again, look at where the ball is. So you could see that it's on to the far right. So depending on where your ball is, will tell you exactly how you can adjust your tripod. So right now it's on the far right, which means two things. We need to move the legs on the right side a bit to the left. Now I just loosened the tripod legs and everything, which will help bring the circle even more. So right now, I'm going to stick this to manual focus so you guys can watch this. Right there. So I loosened up the top leg and the right leg. Watch the ball slowly move. So I'm bringing this to the left. Right there. So what I did was, how I was able to do that. Now I am one-handed trying to do this because I have one hand on the camera. So in order for us to get this ball, now you can see it moved on to the left. So there's a little trick, and you probably know about this, but have you ever heard of inverted controls? Like, let's say you're playing a video game and you have that one friend that likes to do everything backwards. So like his joystick, if you move your character, you're pushing a button forward, and for him he pushes it down, but his character still moves forward. It's basically similar to that. So I loosened up all the tripod legs, and what we do is you just slowly move the tripod and that ball to reach the middle. Now, you might be wondering how we got this to be in the middle. Well, if you're continually watching this video, then you're doing a great job trying to figure this out with me. And I already know how this works, so that's why I'm creating the video for you guys. But, so, depending on where this ball is, will tell you which way to move the tripod. So right now it's in the center, so we are leveled and all that stuff. So if we look out right here into the wilderness, we are leveled, but yet it still looks fairly steep. But over here, it's perfectly straight. Now, you remember how we saw that the ball was towards the right? Well, I kind of messed up a little bit because I said the right side, but it was supposed to be the left. So depending on where your ball is, will tell you exactly where you need to move the ball. I probably said that 3 or 4 times, but we all make mistakes somewhere. So right now it's in the middle. If I were to move the tripod to the left, then to the right, then it's saying that the ball is to the left, which means we would have to move our tripod towards the left to be able to get it centered. Now, if it was the other way around, where the tripod ball was towards the right, then we would have to move the tripod to the right. And then if I were to level this out, so let's pretend that my camera is leveled and I take a shot, then my picture will be completely leveled. Now you may be wondering, if the camera is leveled and everything is fine, why does this still look very slanted? Well, that's not your fault. You have the tripod fully leveled. It's more of the surroundings, and sometimes you might have to do adjustments whenever you do photography or videography. And a close tip is, even if your tripod is leveled, beware of your surroundings, because some areas you might have to adjust the tripod more and more depending on where you are. So let's say I lock the wheels on this, I lock the legs. Alright, so the legs are locked. let's take our tripod somewhere. We're taking our tripod over here where it's a little bit of a hill. So we're on a hill and all that stuff. Now let's look at our tripod now. I'm going to go back to manual focus. You could see that the ball is towards the right, up above. Now don't be alarmed if you ever see this. All you have to do is just follow the adjustments. So right now it's up above on the top. So what that means is you would lean your tripod more towards the right, and then I'll do it right now and show you. If we move it, it would be right down the middle. So basically that's a little simple technique that you can use to make sure your tripod is leveled. Now, if you found this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel as we build more content. And if you guys have any questions for anything about photography, tripods, or anything in general relating to photography, please write in the comments down below and I will try and make a video out of that. Thank you for joining Brainleaks Wild Art. Stay tuned, we will have more content coming your way.